Hello, my name is Jacqueline Gonzalez. I am a sophomore with a major of mathematics with 7th through 12 certification, and this is my photo story. Today we'll be discussing my cultural identity in the ways of the following topics: gender, exceptionality, sexual orientation, ethnicity, age, geography, class, language, and religion. Exceptionality will be first on my part of my photo story. I don't know what to say about exceptionality, except what it is. Now, it is a group sharing a set of specific abilities or disabilities that are specially valued. And I haven't figured that out in my cultural identity, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. As you can probably hear, I classify myself as a female, and as a female there are several really hardships that we face today and every day. In my culture, females are taught to clean and to cook and to basically take care of the household while the men make all the money. I honestly do not believe in that. I think women can be just as good as men, and whoever can and will be able to make the money for the household. So I really struggle with this, because sometimes it's very discouraging that people don't think that I can do what I'm doing. The next topic will be sexual orientation. Well, with sexual orientation, it's now a big role in everyone's life. This isn't really part of my cultural identity, as most of it's been really shunned and it doesn't really apply to me. It's honestly very important to me though, because I think that everyone should be able to be who they are regardless of their sexual orientation. My next topic will be language. I say language is a huge part of my cultural identity. In my culture, we were taught that Spanish was easier to say and should be our first language, although here I was taught English first, and although sometimes I do struggle in speaking because my languages will switch between English and Spanish, I honestly believe it'll help me in the long run, as most of the classes will be with diverse kids and different languages, and I'll be able to understand them a little better. Religion. When it comes to religion, I'm not kind of sure of what I classify myself as. Half of my life I've been brought up a Catholic, but then the other half of my life I was brought up a Christian. So I guess I'm a bit of a mix of both. Although the way I was brought up, I was taught that Christianity or Catholicism is really the higher religion. I have come to understand though that every religion is equal, and there really is no better religion at all. Every religion has become more acceptable, although there still might be some tensions left around that people are very adamant about. The next part will be geography. Well, my entire life I've lived in Laredo, Texas. Laredo, Texas is basically a giant land of mostly grass and weeds. My family are one of those who crossed the border from Mexico to the United States and got their citizenship so that they could stay here and work regularly. Laredo is more of a rural area because there's a lot more grass and there really is city. The next topic would be class. I would classify my family and I as being part of the United States middle class. Most middle class people are families whose parents did not go to college and are trying to do the best by sending their kids. Most middle-class families usually live in a small home big enough to fit their entire family. Most middle classes work a variety of jobs, from construction workers to factory workers to janitors. Age. I am currently 19 years old, which somehow in my culture I am still technically classified as a baby who really can't do much for themselves. Although I am technically an adult, in my culture, I really still do depend on my parents and I still have to get permission from them. Ethnicity. As my ethnicity, I would classify myself as being white, although I am from a Hispanic culture. I've come to terms since I was young that there are a bunch of ethnicities and that we are all the same. Just because they're a different ethnic group doesn't mean we're all different. Well, thank you for listening. This has been my photo story on my cultural identity.